Alrighty, we got an article here from the lovely Breitbart.com. Trump's DHS approves 30,000 H2B foreign workers to take blue-collar U.S. jobs. Not the most ideal sounding thing in the world, is it? Of course, there's different concerns with this kind of stuff, but let's dig in. President Trump's Department of Homeland Security is approving an additional 30,000 foreign workers whom businesses can import to the United States on H2B visas to take blue-collar American jobs. They're also dropping off illegals into American interior. I think because of that stupid funding bill that they just appear out of thin air. Nobody can read them overnight, and then they pass them. Absolutely insane. That alone is an outrage. Where do they come from? Who's writing them? The funding bills. 1,000-some pages, but they pass them within 24 hours. Nobody can read that. Absolutely insane. So, I think one of the there's kind of Trump's argument, and then there's the concerns. I would kind of say, so long as there's one singular unemployed American, let alone homeless, either. Why is this going on? The temporary importing of foreign workers to compete against Americans. Not good. That's not America first, Americans first. That's completely backwards. I understand wanting to have the best and brightest and competitive workers and all that, but this kind of stuff is not good. Undercutting Americans for cheaper wages, not good. It undercuts Americans. And I think most prominently, quite a while back, I think it was Disney that came under fire. I think there was an article that the people were being forced to train their replacements. How sick and twisted is that? And if a place like that is pulling that kind of garbage, why would folks still support them? It's just completely backwards. I don't know. And then, of course, Trump's type of ordeal, wanting the best, top-notch from around the world, being brought here. Every year, U.S. companies are allowed to import 66,000 low-skilled H2B foreign workers to take blue-collar, non-agricultural jobs. For some time, the H2B visa program has been used by businesses to bring in cheaper foreign workers and has contributed to blue-collar Americans having their wages undercut. Just what I was getting into. And then the other concern with this kind of stuff is these temporary visas. If you give room to this kind of a thing, that opens the door for the visas to become essentially perpetual over time, and them staying over here forever in a more permanent sense, not just temporary until an American fills up the spot. Something like that. So, this is not the most ideal. On Monday, acting DHS Secretary Kevin McAleenan said he would approve an additional 30,000 H2B foreign visa workers to be brought to the U.S. by businesses to take blue-collar, non-agricultural jobs. Foreign workers are only available for the extra visas so long as they can prove that they were previously granted an H2B visa within the last 3 fiscal years. I just don't get it. So long as there's plenty unemployed yet. And tons on government jobs as well. So, unemployed, government employed, homeless, and yet we're importing foreign workers to compete against Americans for spots. Seems kind of wacky. Seems kind of wacky to me. For weeks, landscaping and grass cutting companies have complained that there are not enough foreign workers to fill jobs and have lobbied DHS to approve more foreign visa workers. See, that kind of stuff, that just is irritating. Ay. Not ideal. Not ideal. So, anyhow, not exactly Americans first. So, we can't be afraid to critique on areas where Trump has blunders. That's the great thing about his voter base. He's said before, endorsing certain candidates, and people have not always went with his pick. That's the great thing about Trump. People will dig into the info, and they might even vote differently than Trump does. That's the great thing. And the voter base not being afraid to critique. That's a great thing. That's a great thing when Trump makes a blunder. So all this foreign working against Americans and foreign invasion at the southern border as well for cheaper labor got to end yesterday. Build the wall, and then whoever crosses that sucker, making a public example out of them so that it stops. And cut all the incentives, all the welfare, everything. Cut it all. Get rid of it all. They're coming here for a reason. The welfare. It's a welfare. So, anyhow, thank you very much. Let me know what you think. These kind of visas have been talked about plenty elsewhere. Not much by me at all. I'm not the most familiar with it, but we kind of are a little bit now, so that helps. Anyhow, I'll see you up ahead. Thanks for watching. Subscribe for Americans to become the media. It's about dang time. So I'll see you up ahead. Take care. Cool.